So welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a quick install on the Mustang. I'm going to do a Steeda G-Trac Bar. It's just one of the singles, it's not the double. I'll show it to you right now, and the Mustang of course. Let me turn this camera around 1 second. So the Mustang, and of course the bar itself. Let me try to zoom in on it. So as you can see, it's just the single. I've already got the car jacked up on jack stands, as you can see right here. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started. I went ahead and got it takes a 22mm wrench and socket. So I got that ready to go, and as soon as I get underneath the car, I will start recording again and show you some of the steps involved. Let's get started. So the first things first, this is where you kind of start, is underneath the car, of course, where the K-member is. I'll kind of show you that area. As you can see, I have it jacked up. But there's a piece of metal where this is actually stamp metal that I have to pull out the stamp metal. So I'm going to set up the camera. I'm going to use a long screwdriver to try to get that piece of stamp metal out. And then the next part is just putting the K-member brace across and bolting it up. I'll show you those steps next. Hold on 1 second as I get the camera set up. Now I hope y'all can see this. I'm going to try to go in this way and get the stamp metal out. I have to go back and forth with it, I'm not sure. As you can see, it's just a long screwdriver. I can feel it, for sure. Well guys, I didn't have to remove the stamp metal that time, actually, on this side, because it actually went through. There is a cylinder thing that you have to put up from this side to go to the other side, or I'll show you on the other side. Wait 1 second. So guys, that last side did not require what I thought it was going to require. I thought it was going to require me to actually punch out the slate or whatever that's called from the manufacturing process, but it was actually okay. So this side I'm not sure, we're going to see. I'm just going to go and try to put it in. So what you're trying to insert is this right here. I think it'll focus. There you go. You're trying to insert this into those two holes, or that one hole, so the bolt and nut can go, or bolt can go through that, and the nut will go on top. That's so you can tighten it down to around 50 foot-pounds, so it will not collapse the K-member. So let's try to get it in this side. You start from the bigger side here, and you go over to the smaller side. Let's see what we can get here. See if we go all the way through. See if we can fish it through. This one seems to have a little bit more resistance. We'll see. Yeah, that one's completely blocked off. So give me a second. I'm going to go under. I'm going to go get the screwdriver and knock this out. 1 second. Think. Okay, there's been. I know some people actually take the whole piece out, or that piece comes out of there, that pressed in part. But I don't really need it out, just as long as it goes up there enough just to get it out of the way. Well, maybe. If it doesn't block the hole at top. Yep, well, that got that. We just kind of knocked it all the way out. That's okay. So, now let's try this. We're going to stick this through. See if it'll line up. still a slight bit of resistance. There might be another one in there somewhere. Let's see if I can get around it. Oh. Don't want to block the camera too much. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. All right. I think we got it in there to where it's going to go in through. Double check that one more time. Oh yeah. Good deal, it's in place. We are good. Now, we can go get the bar and run it across and put the bolts in. And that's really all that's left except for clipping these off with some needle nose pliers. Guys, here's the next part. I'm gonna try it anyways. I think that you can see what I'm doing, I hope. So here's the bar. It's just gonna go in places to right here. It's hard working on my back like this. There's not a lot of room, and again, if I'm blocking the camera, I'm gonna try not to. Try my hardest not to. But I think that I'm going to a little bit, and it's just without a doubt. Yeah. So right there is where I am. With that, and then you take your. That's where the bolt and the washer goes. Hopefully it goes in that spacer that you put in earlier. Pretty easy. If not, we'll check it, I need to check it, I guess. Okay guys, I am back. I think we can put this in now, maybe. Possibly. Now, let's see if we can do it with one hand. Holding it and whatnot. I don't know. I don't know. Hold on, guys. There we go. If I'm blocking the view, I apologize. It's a very tight fit. Let me get this nut on here. And everything started. The next step, of course, is going to be to tighten these bolts. And again, they're 22 millimeters. So let's try to do that, okay? I might have too big of a bar to do it with. We're going to see. So I'll get a smaller one if I need to. Maybe a smaller socket wrench. Give me a second, guys. Of course, yeah. So I finished the job of the K-member brace. I will say it would be much easier again if you had a lift, if you had an extra person, I do think. I'm gonna take it for a test drive. I'm gonna take you along for the first drive of this and see how it does. I do think it'll make a big difference because there's a lot of space between the two sides of the K-member. I will say that I got some new tires. I got some Firestone Indy 500s. I had them on the WRX the last time before I traded it in, and they actually done really well. I drove it some with those tires so far, and it does pretty good. Tire pressure was a little bit high, so I'm going to check it right now cold and see if it's at 32. If it's not, I'm going to lower it down to 32. That should help with the wear, should help with just the handling, along with this brace. I also have a brace that that comes with the Mustang GT Performance Pack. This car was not a performance pack. I did not put it on today, I just don't have the time. So the next time I have it up in the air, I'm going to put that on, and that should make another big difference. And the next thing I'm going to do is some struts before I take this either autocrossing or hopefully by the end of the year some track day time. But anyways, here we're going to go for a drive and see how it handles in comparison to how it was the last time I took it out on some curvy roads. There's not a whole lot of curvy roads locally, but I do know of a couple, so that's where I'm going to go. See you then. Section I'm going to, they repaved it a few years back. From what I remember, it's been many years since I've been on this road. It used to be an old coal road that they used to run coal across. Again, this is Southwest Virginia, so they ran coal through quite a few areas over here. So it's a fun road. It's kind of short. It is very curvy. It's kind of narrow. Probably won't get a lot of speed on it. Just kind of cruise along it. So far on this K-member bar, it's actually been very, very good. It's helped. I can tell a big difference with it. The car just seems a lot flatter, a whole lot flatter, honestly, overall. I would say it's worth the money. I recently got some new tires. I got some Firestone Indy 500s. There are 305s in the rears, 275s in the fronts. That was the same size I had on it. I had on the Nitto G2s, Nitto 555 G2s. They were good tires. I really didn't have any problems with the way they handled. They done okay. But again, they were just making a lot of noise. I think they had some underinflation issues, plus the alignment was off from whenever I bought the car used. I didn't really catch that in time. They were messed up. The tires just weren't good. So I ended up getting these Firestones. I've had these Firestones in the past. I've had them actually on my WRX. Completely different setup. They handle great. I had them on the mountain many times. Now I wouldn't say that they're a good track tire. I don't know that for a fact. I've never been on the track. But you know, for the mountain driving, I think some light autocross. I had them on autocross in the WRX. They done perfectly fine. They were completely acceptable. I wouldn't say competitive, but now just for if you're going out just to have a good time, perfect tire. They're really cheap. Well, not really cheap. I would say they're affordable. I had also in the past on the WRX, I had some Michelin PS4S tires. I really like those tires. They're really, really good in the rain. A good all-around summer performance tire. Very expensive though. I will say the Firestones are somewhat comparable. Now they're not anywhere near as good. They're close. Rain performance, you're going to be down on the Firestones. But now otherwise, drive performance, stopping performance, very close. The 275s, 305s, and for this car, out the door around $1,400. Was that cheap? No. But it was much more affordable than some of the other options that's out there. if I do track this car, I do want to do some square setup most likely. That will happen. But just this year starting out, I do think I'm just going to do a staggered setup, see how it does, just have some fun. Learn the car. So far it's been really fun, just kind of cruising around. So I'm going to take you on this road. I don't know how much of it I'm going to show you all. I have a camera, hopefully you'll see some of the angles from actually outside of the car. I have some audio attached underneath the car. Hopefully that's pretty good. It's not the DJI microphone because I'm actually using it right now to speak into, but it's actually the other microphone system that I use. So hopefully the audio is pretty good of the exhaust. We shall see. The view should be pretty good. Hopefully that camera, it's the GoPro, handles pretty well. I'm using my newer suction cup mount, but I am using a selfie stick to make it a little bit higher up from the car. I have not used that selfie stick very much, but it is a pretty stout one. We shall see if it does okay. It seems like from what I could tell earlier, it looks like it's a pretty good angle. So I just want to let you all enjoy this drive. There's a railroad track coming up here after this section. From what I remember, the road, gets pretty fun. There's no more of this. Right through here, it's pretty nasty. It's pretty nasty. So I'm gonna take this very gingerly. Oh my goodness, that is rough. Okay. All right. Shoo. Camera held up back there. Across the mountain. basically, if nobody drives on it. This is a back road to the highway. I don't think there's many people that even live on this road. It was really just used for taking coal from one area to the next. And they repaved it, but now it might have been longer than what I imagined. They repaved it. But it looks okay. I mean, there might be some spots in it that's still not the best. Now it's not in the best shape, but it's not bad. It's the bar that came on the Performance Pack Mustangs. Mine was not a Performance Pack car. Pretty simple install. I ordered all the parts are in. I was going to try to install it yesterday. I just ran out of time. I'm going to try to do that sometime, probably mid to late next week. And I'll drive it again just to see if it did make any more of a difference. I don't think it's going to make a tremendous difference, but since it was such a cheap part, and I was doing this bar anyways, I figured I'd just go ahead and kind of stabilize it just a little bit more and add that Performance Pack part in. And next up after that is going to be some struts. I'm really leaning towards the Ford Performance track struts. I have the Eibach Pro Kit on it right now. It came with that when I bought it used. But it does have the stock struts on it still. And then I think it'll be ready for autocross, at least to try it out there and see how I do. Now, this side of the mountain is a little bit more shape, so I'm kind of hate to go to the yellow line, but again, there's nobody on this road. It's very sparse right here. This is much better right here. Station here and get this stuff off the car. And then that's all, more or less. Let's do a quick little pull if there's maybe possibly if I can. Posted here very, very shortly. And again, thank you all for joining me. Until next time, bye.
following the path that always twists and turns. Gave up on your sanity to hide behind the devil, 'cause you think you'll live forever. Say